Hello, my name is Drew Brooks, and I just want to give you a little introduction about my topic. My presentation topic is prison farms in Canada, and we will be looking at how prison farms are used as a rehabilitation initiative. A prison farm is a type of correctional work camp where inmates are used for manual labor in areas such as farming, logging, and quarry work. The produce and results extracted from prison farms are used to both feed the inmates themselves as well as sold to the local community, putting money back into the penitentiary. And here is a photo of some gentlemen out in the field. The real question is, what does farming have to do with prison? Prison farming is used as a rehabilitation method to inmates gain life skills to assist reintegration into society. Many disagree with the program, as inmates rarely go into the agricultural field, so to speak, but it is life lessons gained from the program that makes it worthwhile. Here's a gentleman who is a former inmate of the Kingston Penitentiary and who spent years on the farm milking these cows, which he now looks after now that he is released.
So before the herd came here to Collins Bay, the cattle were actually at Kingston Penitentiary.
We believe that the agricultural sector is going to be a key component of our future moving forward. So we believe that we shouldn't ignore the sector. This is really important. And on top of that, when we think about this program, it's not just about particular skills. It's also about general life skills. You know, how to work in teams, how to stick to a schedule, how to coordinate things, how to plan things. And those skills, those kind of life skills are going to be helpful no matter where they go, what kind of employment they head towards. So for us, we see not only an agricultural piece, but we also see life skills that can actually set people up for success, and that's what we want to see.
On a daily basis, inmates who have applied to the program have the choice to spend their days working on the farm, doing such things as feeding the animals, cleaning the pens, and milking. Now, it's not about learning how to do these things specifically. It's the lessons in life and the responsibility gained. For example, it gives the prisoners a sense of responsibility outside the traditional cell life. They learn respect for the animals, time management when it comes to meeting quotas, and the business of things. Here's an inside view of the cow stalls that are used for milking. And here's an aerial view of Collins Bay Frontenac Prison and surrounding farmland in the city of Kingston, Ontario. And fun fact, I myself am from Belleville, Ontario, which is about 45 minutes away from Kingston, Ontario. And I grew up in the Kingston area as I had lots of family grew up there. My father was from there. So I'm familiar with the area and seeing the large prison and prison walls and hearing stories of all that's gone on. Yeah. Aside from the skills inmates develop working on the pen farms, the cows, chickens, goats, and other livestock cared by the prisoners act as therapy animals. Inmates spend many hours a day with these animals, milking and cleaning and caring for them. Animal-assisted therapy is a proven clinical method at aiding inmates with psychological and behavioral problems, and it helps develop compassion in their lives. Prison farms have been around since the time of the first prisons here in Canada and have evolved greatly over the years. Prisoners were held responsible for producing their own food for the prison, and the products they extracted were sold into the community. In more recent years, prison farms were intended as a rehabilitation method, helping inmates form new skills that would in turn help them to be reintegrated into society.
Last summer, Corrections Canada did an online survey. 6,000 Canadians from coast to coast said that the prison farm should be restored. They said the animals that were there, the animals that some people have purchased and kept for the last 7 years, should be sent back to prison to rehabilitate those inmates and make our communities safer. I want to thank your government for the support that they gave us during our campaign. People like Wayne Easter, who said, "Don't quit on this, it's too important." Mark Holland said that was the best program that he saw. He toured them all. He said it tore his heart out to see the prison farms closed. What was encouraging is a letter that you wrote in 2015. It said, "I and the entire Liberal caucus believe that correction facilities must include an emphasis on rehabilitation to both promote public safety and to reduce repeat offending. Canada's prison farms delivered on both these accounts, which is why I believe they should be reopened." We thank you for that support. You've got the evidence now. When can we realistically look for a decision?
Thank you, and you continue to have my support on this. Again, and I wonder how Mark might have stacked the room, because I keep referring to him as being someone who is bringing up this issue, and I know you had a town hall in this very room with Ralph Goodale a little while ago. Ralph Goodale, our Minister of Public Security, is very much, public safety is on this issue. We are still very much of the opinion that I shared in that letter. I think that prison farms are an important part of how we need to move forward. And I know that Ralph is working hard on the file, and we hope to have more to say in the coming months.
Kingston and the Islands.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It gives me great pleasure to rise today and acknowledge a tremendous event in Kingston and the Islands history and a very good announcement. As many of you know, 6 prison farms across Canada were closed starting in 2010, including 2 in Kingston, the Joyceville and Collins Bay institutions. Last week, we learned that the federal government of Canada is committing $4.3 million over the next 5 years to reopen Kingston's prison farms. Yay. Yes. I would also like to acknowledge the work of our MP Mark Garretson and the Federal Minister, the Honourable Ralph Goodale, the Minister of Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness, for their tremendous work on this file. Mr. Speaker, I would also like to acknowledge a group of absolutely outstanding activists in my riding who never gave up the fight to have the farms reinstated. For nearly a decade, members of the Save Our Prison Farms group have campaigned, lobbied, and sacrificed their Monday nights in snow, sleet, hail, rain to stand vigil outside of the Collins Bay Institution in order to bring the cows home. Such advocates include Diane Dowling and Jeff Peters, who kept pushing even when there was little hope of progress. They continued to stand guard for perhaps one of our society's most marginalized group of population, and their work has paid off. Mr. Speaker, in my view, this is a typical Kingston story. It's a story of steadfast resilience and a group of people who came together for the well-being of a marginalized population. That, to me, is a big part of what Kingston is all about. Thank you.